I believe it was also SEMrush, but in incredible numbers saying 76% of all citations are 2 pages or blog posts, let's say blog post articles that have been published or refreshed in the last 30 days.
Wow.
76%. So essentially, if you're not refreshing content, let's say this article here, Will, they just wrote and published. If they don't touch this for 2, 3 months, it's actively dropping in LLMs.
Yeah. So the takeaway there is that we need to be constantly refreshing this.
Yeah, so you want to get into a system of constantly publishing new content and constantly refreshing old content. And
Yeah.
it really is funny because refreshing old content, it's only 30 days old, but it is old now, let's say. It's actually very high leverage, great play because it's much quicker and easier to update an old post than it is to make a new post. And it's already been ranking, so it's going to stay in its position. So
Mm.
essentially, you're just stopping it from falling. And you can think if your competitors aren't smart enough to refresh, you're essentially staying ahead of them every month that they don't refresh.
How do you think about that on a operations level, right?
Tactical?
How are you balancing net new creation versus refresh?
Great question. So let's say that a company was pretty aggressive and they were doing one new blog article per day. We're not going to touch on the external posts. We're not going to touch on anything else. We're just going to touch on blog posts for now. It's something they can control. They're publishing 5 a week, once per work day.